Hello, today I'm going to tell you something about re-estimation of product backlog items when they are not finished, and I will tell you how to use it to take your team to the next level. First of all, estimation is not optional in Scrum. Last update of the Scrum guide does not require that you will estimate your product backlog items. However, I think that most of the teams will still be using this practice. And what to do when you have unfinished work during the sprint review? You should re-estimate this. Why? Because this increases transparency. How to do this? You should during the sprint review or sprint planning. I think it's up to you. Developers should say what was done and what is not, and they should use some technique, playing poker or whatever, to re-estimate those tasks. And those tasks should go back to the backlog, and during the sprint planning, product owner should decide if he or she want to take it, pull it to the current sprint or not, leave it for later, or maybe even delete it forever. Those all three options are okay. And from my experience, when I work with Scrum teams, from time to time, someone from the developers say, "Hey Tomek, but if we are re-estimating our product backlog items, then we are losing some story points because when we finish them in the next sprint, the amount of story points will be lower. Yeah, so our effort in this sprint is not visible. Yeah." And this is a crucial moment. And if you get there with your Scrum team, this is the moment you can use it to take them to the next level. And what I usually do in those moments, yes. So I try to ask them why they have feeling of losing something. Yeah, because we are talking about some abstraction, story points. Yeah, it's not money, anything, and so on and so on. So this question leads us to some interesting discussion about the culture in the company. And after that, I try to explain them why it's important to measure only finished tasks which are finished at the end of the sprint. Because if we will allow moving product backlog items to the next sprint and then calculate those story points for velocity, we'll get a speed of delivering unfinished tasks, unfinished product backlog items. Yes, and such a metric for product owners is useless. Why? Because if he or she needs to answer the question by when something will be done, people who ask product owner about that usually want to have answer when it will be done. And how the product owner can use this metric, speed of delivered non-finished work. Yeah. So I hope that you understand that. So if you want to have transparent metric, we should to calculate only finished work to it. Yes. And after such a discussion, usually team realize why it's important to finished stories, product backlog items within the sprint. Yeah. And this is usually for me a game changer if it comes to team attitude. Think about your situation in your team. Think about this. How do you approach sprint review and re-estimation? Because some software sometimes encourage team to move product backlog items just to the next sprint and nothing happened. Everything is fine. No, if you want to your team grow, you need to make a strict border. Now sprint is finished, re-estimation, and maybe after such exercises, somebody from your team will ask you, "Hey, but we are losing story points," and this is the moment you can use them. You can use it to take them to the next level of productivity. Thanks for watching. Like it, subscribe, and comment. See you probably tomorrow. Bye.